Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to another week, another edition of the Sparkling Tuna Cup number 88, your weekly dose of Tuna Cup action. I'm, of course, your ZvT. With me, I'm joined by someone special, someone amazing. Once again, I'm not alone. I'm joined by the one, the only, the Seal Moth.
Yo!
Oh my god.
Gang signs. Steel side.
Steel?
Is that an S? It looks like an S. Oh no, it's a Z, right? No, is that? No, that's a Z. That's an S. Okay, there we go. S side. It's like an S, and then it's an M. Like steel mold.
It's very gangster.
That's my-
It's very gangster.
It's my gang sign now.
Yeah.
I'm super gangsta, everybody, just so you know.
God.
I'm not to be trifled with. I'm not to be messed with.
Exactly. You mess with the steel, you get the mold.
And then you have to go see a doctor, and it's a whole thing.
Oh, no. But we have our first series. We're jumping in. We have our first series here of the broadcast. Exclamation mark. Be in the chat. Have a look back yourselves. We have a treat already here. We don't just have a returning codecaster, but a returning player as well. Also from the Ducklings.
Yes, in the southwest corner of the map, all the way from the land of Australia, otherwise known as the both wrists of Voltron, playing for the Cranky Ducklings. That is us. It is our purple Zerg. Give it up for Oreo.
And spawning in the top right hand corner, we have the American Terran player, the Red Terran. It is MedicJr. And very quickly, if you're in the chat, predictions are open. Place your bets on who you think will claim the series. Best of luck in the chat as you can get your gamble going as we jump into our first series of the broadcast.
And you're always forgetting something. I always forget the predictions thing. It's not even my job to remember it, but I still manage to forget it.
You're like, oh yeah, predictions are a thing. True. Back in our day, we couldn't predict Steel. We just couldn't do it.
Back in our day, we didn't have predictions. We used to have to guess on our own. Make our own guesses in our own heads and pretend like we knew what was the result at the end. Actually, we did have predictions. We had like bots and stuff, right? Didn't we have like...
Yes. I think that was one of the big things of... I don't know if you watched much Bay Straight TV, but they had their own like prediction system before predictions were a thing.
Yeah, with the Partoufs.
Yes, exactly. They're Partoufs.
Welcome to the old days podcast with the Light and Still Mole, where we reminisce about stuff that used to be important to us, even though it was kind of nonsense anyway. So, you know.
If you remember Partoufs out there, then you know. Likewise, someone else who's also from back in the day as well, Oreo, he hasn't competed in years, by the way. I honestly can't remember the last time. I think he has played in the Tuna Cup at least once before, but it's been a very long time.
You know, he's been busy. He had studies and stuff.
Yeah.
And then life and whatnot. At least he's not playing Kerrigan Survival 2 all the time.
It's true. He could be Starduck, it's true. could be a lot worse. God damn it.
The wrists of Voltron are still strong. They're still wristing.
Exactly.
I was about to say they're still fisting, but
Look, you can't fist without the wrist.
I don't
Okay, that's what's important.
You have to fist all the way up to the wrist.
Oh god. What's happening? But now we're gonna be settling in.
Alright. I went full Asher Bro here for a second.
Oh no.
I'm dragging you down back.
Oh no, not like this. Well, yeah, so far, I mean, nothing crazy, right? We have a 3cc opener here into Banshee's sort of standard opener out of MedicJr. Likewise, Oreo has been droning, has been saturating. So far, we haven't really missed anything, just been some standard openers, so now we can actually get into the game itself.
So far, nothing crazy. We do have a Baningness on the way. Banshee with Cloak is coming out for MedicJr. Does get scouted by the Overlord there.
Yeah, so really nice time to scout here from Oreo, so he is fully aware of what's going on. Likewise, it's going to be up to Oreo to maintain himself with his queen. So far, the queen count is solid. It's all about keeping up with the rotations of the Hellions and keeping up with the rotations of the Banshees as well.
So far, MedicJr hasn't been super active on the map, only using the Reaper, but now with the Hellions, there's a chance to start cleaning creep, maybe getting an angle on some workers, but 3 queens waiting here are going to prevent that. That's not going to be easy to break for the Terran right now.
Yeah, exactly. The queens are in position. The Hellions are deflected. With that, a big shout to Luis GGG in the chat. Papi God, thank you so much. Gracias, gracias, Papi. Thank you so much for the raid. Hope you had a great stream. Hope you had a great ladder session. Hope you had a great time. And prepare for some hate to sell later on tonight as well. We will be jumping into that. For now, welcome to the Sparkling Tuna Cup.
I keep in my brain, every time I hear it just said, I'm like, home story LARP or home story LARP?
God damn it.
It's stupid.
It's one letter off.
I know it's Hispanic StarCraft League, right?
Yeah, there you go.
That's what it means. Yeah. Ooh, I like the background. I love the backgrounds in some of these maps. They've come a long way. These map makers. Ooh, so pretty. Right, 2 Cloak Banshees coming into the main base of Oreo. Gonna get a queen. Start munching up on some workers.
Yeah, not too bad. Queen goes down. A couple of workers as well. Deny mining on the gas guys. The Queen's going to be able to respond. This isn't too major damage, but damage nonetheless here from MedicJr is going to be going for the spawning pool. And so far, no major commitment here with the Queens.
The Cloak Banshee has 1 health point.
Ooh, and
gonna snipe the spawning pool.
Yeah, the spawning pool goes down. Very nice damage here out of MedicJr. Again, Oreo, he didn't want to overreact. He didn't want to leave himself vulnerable to the Hellions, so he did not react with the rest of the Queens. With that, spawning pool goes down, and Oreo, he has to rebuild.
I mean, it does have a baning nest, so that's pretty much all he needs, right?
Yeah. Oh, that as the one Banshee does finally go down. But as you were mentioning, MedicJr, he's getting ready for his push. Now, this is terrifying because right now, Lings cannot be rebuilt. They cannot be made right now. Oreo, as you mentioned, he can more friends on Banelings, but this is still a really rough timing here for him.
Well, yeah, it's always a bad timing for the Zerg at this point when the Terran starts pushing. But the creep is still pretty deep. There are a bunch of queens to defend. If Oreo buys enough time to get some more Zerglings out, he should be okay. There are Hydralisks on the way, Banelings are being morphed. He might lose this one hatchery here, but I don't think he's going to go down completely just now.
Yeah, he's got his Banelings on the way, as you mentioned. As you mentioned, he did lose the base, but he did save and preserve his drones. Does pull away in time, is double expanding. The gold base is up and running. So despite losing a base, he still has a solid economy, and the spawning pool is now rebuilt instantly. 42 Lings are on the way, and MedicJr, he does not push onto creep. Oreo, he will hold on.
Good creep spread by Oreo. It's already like half across the map, and MedicJr hasn't been up on his game to clear it up. And now Oreo has some pretty good positioning here. Gonna jump on top of these tanks. Some of them are going to go down to the Zerglings almost immediately. Baneling connecting, but not enough. And Oreo backs away. But MedicJr does lose a big chunk of the army.
Yeah, that was a lot of really good Baneling connections. As you mentioned, there were no splits. No splits, no spread there from MedicJr. Likewise, does catch some of the Queens. Mining is going to be denied once again. Now going for the gold base.
So both players are taking a little bit of a beating here and there, but so far they are pretty much equal in terms of supplies and game advancement.
Yeah, Slings, they do counterattack across the map, but mining is going to be denied. 8 SCV is going to be going down, so good counterattack here from Oreo. Does deny mining at the third base, but Oreo, he will lose another expansion.
However, he's getting another fourth towards the south side of the map. He might actually snipe that third base of MedicJr. No, it was lifted up in time. Some of the Zerglings even managed to get away here. So, nice counter damage, but I don't know if Oreo did enough. The Terran is so far getting away with a pretty robust economy. Even a fourth base is being set up right now.
Yeah, 100%. Like, Oreo, he's in a rough position here. He is on 3 bases. He's going to be soon down, if not even on the base count with his opponent. Likewise, the Ling Bane is really hurting here. I mean, losing that spawning pool earlier was brutal just because the first push did so much damage. With those hatcheries going down, it also impacts his production, his larva.
He does have a macro hatchery at home. He did put that down earlier on, realizing that he's going to have trouble with losing all these hatcheries. Oh, that was a kill, not a cancel. But Oreo does do cross damage across the map as well. Banning is rolling into the army. Great banning connections here.
Yeah, that is.
Was erased.
I mean, that is keeping Oreo in this. He gets some incredible connections, as you mentioned. At the same time, massively counter-cycling. They bust into the natural. They bust into the GG gets called, and Oreo, he will bring it back. He will take game number 1 after a very intense game.
Well, one wrist was defending at home. The other wrist was counter-punching
No.
on the other side of the map. The wrists of Voltron. They're powerful.
You can achieve a lot with 2 hands, with 2 wrists. Oh, no.
I was about to say, you can push very far.
Oh, God. You need to calm down, Pappy. You need to calm down. Oh, no.
Sorry. I think I cramped myself laughing. Okay, calm down. Okay, I'll do it 10 PM. Calm down. Calm down. Calm down. All right.
So
second map is going to be ley lines.
Yes, here we go. We're getting into game number 2. It is going to be on ley lines, and it was a pretty intense game 1, pretty back and forth as well. As you mentioned, the MedicJr, he was honestly getting some really nice rotations, really nice army movement. I would say he was excelling quite a lot because of that, but something that was not going his way were the engagements, right? As you mentioned, time and time again, we had some massive bailing connections on the bio army. That's what was really hurting him were the main fights, less so the army movement.
Yeah, and Oreo, he was in a pretty rough position. I really like the macro hatchery. We kind of missed it a little bit, but he added that macro hatchery just in time to like really save his production. Anyway, we are on ley lines, where the lines are being laid. Like you see those lines that's coming out of the hatchery. That's like the rally lines. They're ley lines. The lines that you lay. That's what the map means. In the southwest corner of the map, all the way from the land of Australia, representing our very own clan, the Cranky Ducklings, both wrists of the great Voltron, it is a red Zerg, Oreo.
And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have the blue Terran player, the American Terran. It is MedicJr.
They're not the same colors. I'm getting confused. My brain.
I know.
Oh no. Hey, see that Overlord is laying down lines, laying the lines.
Laying down the line.
Lines. Laying down the lines on the power lines.
It's crazy.
Did we came to the conclusion that these power lines are the lines that are being laid?
We came to a lot of conclusions about the lines. Yes. We have the power lines. We have these like massive like energy lines like going through like whatever station we're on. Apparently, we're on a station maybe.
We have lava for some reason.
Yeah. There's vegetation as well. There's a lot going on here. It's fine.
Is there a lore explanation? What is this like glowing purple bits like just out of nowhere? It's just like a pit with glowing. It looks like a summoning circle from like a Diablo or something.
Yeah, that's really they're just marks for the next ley lines. They're just marking it.
It's where they lay the line. Yeah, that's right. There's a pole there.
Yeah,
There's a big pole there, just waiting for the lines to be laid.
Exactly. See, it all makes sense.
It all makes sense. It all makes sense.
I am bothered though that the ley lines are exposed like this. Like this would never be a thing. Like this, like these massive giant extension cables like around the planet, like not buried,
it does
not
look
underground.
Have you ever seen like a big like music production, like a live festival or something, where they have this giant
Yeah.
like rolls of cables going on from the stage to like the control room or something, and they have like little plastic things that so people won't step on them. That's kind of like this thing.
I mean, kind of, but like I feel like that's only for like temporary things, right? Like they're exposed like this because we're gonna like get rid of them anyway. I don't know if that's the case here.
I mean, it's a temporary it's a temporary system, you know. The Terrans come in, they drop their command center, they lay the lines, they grab the minerals, and they float away.
But they take the time to sand down bridges. Apparently, they take.
They take the time to make pristine wooden bridges.
God damn it.
Get them bridges. But at least we know where they got the wood from this map.
Yeah,
currently.
there you go.
This is where they got the timber,
exactly.
the lumber
From a different planetary system.
Well, they have spaceships; they can move around, you know.
Yeah. It's fine. Makes sense. Once again, standard opener. Once again, a third CC into Banshee, so the same build that we saw last game out of MedicJr. Meanwhile, Oreo behind this is going to be a little bit greedier this time, is going double Eva Chamber before Lair, prioritizing his upgrades, cutting a couple of corners here.
Keeping the bending nest early on, that might be a bit detrimental, since it's kind of what saved him in the last game. Those fantastic bending connections.
Yeah, we'll get there eventually, but as you mentioned, right, like Oreo, he is going to be delaying them a little bit further until his lair is done. Until then, we do see the Queens a little bit out of position. Hellions looking for a way in, but they don't quite go for it.
I'm wondering why. There was a kind of a clear path there. The Hellions could just drive around the Queens and, you know, get into the main base. Or
Yeah,
the natural.
It's one of those things where you don't know how many links there are. Like we can see like the links that were here, like would not have been enough to really stop him. But like you don't know, right? Like are there a lot? Are there none? Is there an opening? Are there more Queens? Is there Sim City?
I kind of feel like it's worth the risk to at least take a look. You know, you're running fast scout units. You know, they're kind of cheap. You can lose one or two just for the sake of checking.
Yeah.
Because as it is right now, Oreo is getting to spread his creep, he's getting a fourth base, completely without any damage being done.
Yeah, for sure. Like these Hellions, they do need to be a little bit more active, right? Like their purpose here isn't just to be parked outside the bases, but it is to try and delay this creep that's being spread as we speak, right? To try to slow down the tumors. Meanwhile, Banshees, they do hit the main base. This time, Queens are ready. This time, we're not going to get as crazy damage, or at least we shouldn't.
Okay, finally Hellions and the Reaper move in a little bit, and there's a scan to clean up some creep. Oreo going for the counterattack across the map with the Zerglings while the Queens are defending at home. It's a nice move there. Banshee is still not getting quite a lot of damage. May get an extractor here, which is annoying, but not the end of the world for Oreo. Nice block here by MedicJr, not letting the Zerglings in. Oh, they do get in, the Medic Sniper tank. It's a great snipe.
Exactly, massive pickoffs. That tank does go down. No major economic damage, but regardless, that will slow down the main push here of MedicJr. Likewise, we have Bailing Speed on the way, as we did delay it, but actually lined up with +2 as well. So the upgrades here are lining up quite nicely here for Oreo. MedicJr does move out, and he might be able to hit before Bailing Speed. It's going to be close, though.
Going to be very close and without any tanks. That's there's one tank and it's kind of behind. That's not a good situation to be in, even with the added Banshee. You know, air support.
Yeah.
I was supposed to say air supply, and it's like, no, that doesn't work. That's not the right word.
Once again, as MedicJr moves out, another lane run by SE is going to be falling here. MedicJr, he is distracted. At the same time, he's going to be pushing in. As you mentioned, the backbone of this army typically are the tanks, but there's only one tank, so less to work with. And Oreo, he just ignores it. He just goes for another counterattack.
Yeah, all the way up to the wrist.
You really like that.
Oh, it's going to get a lot of worker kills here. MedicJr is pretty much all in at this point.
He really is. As they catch another tank, SCV is going to be going down. 29 SCV kills, and MedicJr, he does deny the fourth base, but he has to keep going. He has to gain more ground, and instead he turns around.
Oof, I don't know if that's the right call here. Hesitating in the middle of the map while you are being dismantled at home, and there's another big wave of Zerglings coming in. So far, Oreo didn't even need the Bailings yet. He's making some now for defense, but really, they haven't really been into play.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, he had them ready if need be, but of course the Lings, they've been really wreaking havoc and winning Oreo this game. They busted into the natural, into the third base, and towards the main as well. MedicJr, he races back home, but back home, what does he have left? He has 34 SCVs.
Look at this supply. It is not good for the Terran right now.
Yeah, MedicJr,
He's moving out on the map. One tank is sieging up there, but the creep, look at the creep. It's so good, so well spread right in the middle of the map, and MedicJr just doesn't have an angle to get in and do damage.
Yeah, as he tries to move out, once again, Oreo, he goes for another run by. He's got Bailey set up here to bust into the natural. MedicJr, he's still trying to find a way across the map, but the longer this goes on, the better it is for Oreo, as he's got more Lings and more Bailings on the way.
MedicJr trying to push here again, but it's way too little, way too late. MedicJr has been all in for quite a while now, and I don't think he realizes it.
Yeah, he's just trying to be as careful as he can with this army, but again, like, time is just not working in his favor. Another Ling run by, another tank is going to go down.
Another tank, another reinforcement of Marines, and another mineral line.
Another mineral line. Meanwhile,
just one tank left. Just I'm going home. Screw this.
Does turn back around at the same time, does kill an expansion. A hatchery does fall to the Banshee, so a nice pick up here by MedicJr. Likewise, he has been able to preserve his bio army. At least he's been bleeding out some reinforcements and some tanks. The main army here is still quite formidable. As you can see, the army supplies are actually quite close to each other. That quote-unquote supply that Oreo has is all an economy, so MedicJr can still take a fight, but he doesn't move out. He stays back at home.
And this fifth base of Oreo going down isn't the end of the world. I mean, it still has 4 bases. It does have a macro hatchery at home. So that really was not doing anything at all.
Yeah, just not enough damage so far. We just see MedicJr moving in with his double drop. Oreo, he's in position back at home. He will chase this down. Likewise, across the map, we just see MedicJr trying to make a stand. Oh.
Does go down?
Does go down.
Medivac.
Does go down.
Yeah, Oreo, on the other hand, Oreo is being a little too careful, maybe. Okay, there's a GG. MedicJr finally had enough.
Yeah, GG, well played.
I'm way too far behind.
As you were saying, no final fight there. MedicJr, he does tap out. I mean, again, things are looking dire for him. It was damned if you do, damned if you don't, right? It's like he didn't have enough to end the game, didn't have enough to macro out of it as well. So in the end, he will tap out, and Oreo will take the 2-0.
Both wrists. Both of them. Count them one wrist, 2 wrists. X wrist.
It's a lot of wrist.
I don't have any wrist props. I should get like one of those cheapo what's her face? Female Superman, what's her name? I forgot her name. Wonder Woman, there we go. She has those wrist thingies.
Yeah,
right?
The wristbands.
That stop bullets and that protect her wrists and nothing else. Like all the other vital organs are unprotected, but the wrists.
The wrists are the most important part. It's true. It's true.
Yes.
Look, hey,
Voltron knew what he was doing.
For a StarCraft player, like, unironically. So GG, well played. Oreo does claim the series 2-0, and we have the first round wrapping up. Exclamation mark, be in the chat to have a look at the back yourselves as we switch our scenes over and catch up on what has been going